Hello, everyone, and welcome to Relief. Today's love talk is about the cup effect. Have you ever used this on your date to test the waters a little and see how far the person will allow you into their personal zone? Who knows, maybe someone interested in you has used this on you. Before we get into any details, let's begin with a little explanation of what this is about. This experiment aims to reveal a lot about personal space, subconscious behavior, and how we react when someone gets a bit too close to our zone. Imagine you are on a date in a coffee shop with the person that you are interested in. Both of you order a drink that you like, and with every sip, you move your cup a tad closer and closer to the person. Slowly but surely, it is invading their personal bubble. Now is the time to see how the person reacts. Do they move their cup away? Do they not touch the drink after? Do they move it even closer to yours, or do they move to another spot on the table? That's exactly what the cup effect experiment is all about. And now let's move on to the main topic of today's video. A recent study suggests that the first stage of falling in love is quite similar to the first stage of grief. It's called limerence. Limerence is derived from the root word limerence, meaning to become a lime. The definition of a lime is an addict who becomes obsessed with an object of affection. Well, in this case, that is how most of us fall in love, by becoming addicts to the object of our affection. This is the primary phase where our brains become programmed to think of that particular person. Our thoughts and minds are occupied with their image and fantasy. We can't help but smile or reminisce about the last time we saw them, heard from them, etc. A state of euphoria takes over our senses, and the mind begins to fantasize about a future with that person. This is also the stage where we typically plan out our moves to win over the person we like, which brings us to today's experiment, the cup effect. You've just had your first date with someone you really like. Your mind is going over everything you said, everything you did, and every little detail in between. You know you enjoyed your time with them, but are they thinking the same way? How do you know? You must be wondering. Well, here's a way to find out. This simple experiment requires only a coffee shop and a cup of coffee. Most dates take place in coffee shops because they're convenient, affordable, and the environment is generally neutral. If you both agree to meet at a coffee shop, the likelihood of this working is higher. Choose a table with enough room to place the cup between both of you. As the date progresses, you'll notice your cup moving slightly closer towards your date. Do they reciprocate? If yes, then it's a positive sign that they like you too. If they move their cup away, it means they may be uncomfortable or uninterested, in which case it's best to end the date as soon as possible. If you want to try it at home, you can use a glass of water or any beverage that will hold your attention and is clear to see. Keep track of how close you get before your partner does something to stop it. For example, do they push the cup away? Do they stop drinking? Do they change the subject? What do their eyes say? Their body language, facial expressions, etc. Are they engaging in the conversation, or do they look away? Are they interested in you? Do they lean in too? These are all things you should pay attention to. It's important to note that no nonverbal cue is foolproof. While it's fun to analyze body language, it's crucial to consider other factors such as cultural norms and individual personality traits. Some people naturally keep their personal space smaller or larger, and that's okay. Just make sure to respect their boundaries. In general, it's always a good idea to check in with others through open communication rather than relying solely on nonverbal cues. But hey, this is where it gets interesting. Let's dive deeper into the psychology behind this. We all have this invisible boundary around us called personal space. It's like our own little comfort zone. When someone or something crosses that boundary, we feel a bit uneasy. This applies to every little moment in life. It is also what you call nonverbal cues, like someone leaning away or crossing their legs. I mean, you would not stand close to a stranger or someone you are not familiar with, let alone closer. Personal space isn't the same for everyone. It varies from person to person and even from culture to culture. Though I believe everyone has their own comfortable zone that is only open for someone special. So why do we do this? Why do we automatically push away when someone gets too close? There's a reason behind this. Pushing away the cup can be seen as a way to protect their personal space, set boundaries, or avoid any perceived threat. By creating distance, the person may feel safer or more comfortable continuing the interaction without feeling overwhelmed or invaded. Plus, they may not realize they're doing it. It's a natural response to feeling a bit uneasy. What it can tell us is that the person needs some space. Perhaps they're feeling overwhelmed or need a moment to process their emotions. It's important to respect their need for distance and allow them to come back to the interaction when they're ready. On the other hand, if they lean in closer, well, you found yourself a keeper. Basically, getting closer indicates a subconscious desire for connection, warmth, and intimacy. It's a sign they trust you and feel safe enough to open up in your company. So when someone leans in closer, take it as a compliment. They appreciate your company and enjoy the closeness. Show them you value their presence too, by maintaining appropriate eye contact, offering a warm smile, and keeping your body language open and inviting. Creating this reciprocal atmosphere of mutual trust and connection will encourage them to lean in even more. And that's not all. They may lean in for a variety of reasons. They could be interested in what you have to say, feel attracted to you, want to build a connection, or feel comfortable in your presence. Whatever the reason, it's a positive sign of engagement and rapport. And remember, the distance thing works both ways. If they pull away, it could mean they need some space. If they lean in, it could mean they like you. Communication is key. So pay attention to both verbal and nonverbal cues. Here's an interesting fact. In a crowded place, we tend to unconsciously turn towards the person we are talking to, even if we don't know them well. However, as the conversation continues, if we start taking bigger sips of our drinks, it shows that we subconsciously feel comfortable with the person and our walls are coming down. We are letting our guard down and allowing ourselves to open up to them. Of course, this is just a general tendency and not a hard and fast rule. But it is an interesting insight into the subconscious behavior we exhibit when we are around someone who we like. There is also another fascinating phenomenon associated with coffee cups that you may want to try out on your next date. Coffee cup affection. Yes, you heard that right. There's a strange fascination with coffee cups that goes beyond the beverage itself. We've all been there, sitting in a cozy cafe, sipping our latte art while lost in conversation with a crush or friend. Suddenly, without realizing it, our gaze drifts to the coffee cups placed on the table. It seems almost magnetic, doesn't it? Well, that's not just a caffeine-induced daydream. That moment is full of unspoken meaning and potential. As we observe the coffee cups in front of us, we are subconsciously assessing our surroundings, evaluating the comfort level and gauging the compatibility between ourselves and those around us. It's like deciphering a secret code, one that reveals hidden dynamics within the group. If the cup is filled to the brim with coffee, it signifies abundance and generosity, reflecting the depth of connection or friendship shared between the individuals. But if the cup is half empty, it could hint at a desire for more, a longing for something deeper, or a sense of incompleteness in the relationship. However, the intrigue doesn't end there. Pay close attention to the type of coffee each person orders. A cappuccino with its thick foam is like a metaphor for a bubbly and enthusiastic personality, always ready to spill laughter and joy wherever they go. Meanwhile, a dark espresso represents a bold and passionate nature, strong and intense, leaving a lingering warmth long after the last drop. Well, there you go. Next time, you know what you can do to test the feelings of the person you're interested in without asking the question directly. Our subconscious mind and cues tell us more than you think. Let us know in the comments below. Have you ever experienced the cup effect in real life? How did it go? Share with us any unique dating cues of yours. If you made it this far, chances are you loved this video. Thank you for stopping by. And if you would like to watch more of these videos, don't forget to give a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more. Until next time, we will see you soon.